All right, so in the nursery, we've been building this accent wall, and I kind of want to show you what we've been doing and how to do it. It's actually pretty simple to do. So all these are our appearance board, and we pick them up at Lowe's just because I like Lowe's. And these are the primed ones. That way, whatever color you're doing, it's already primed and ready to go, so you don't have to prime it. But we picked out the design that we want to do, and originally we were thinking squares, but we didn't know how big we want to do. But obviously, we needed to make sure they were hitting studs. So studs 16 inches apart. So it was either doing 16-inch squares, or the next size would be 32-inch squares. So we started with that 32 inches, and it just looked like so big, and you really wouldn't have that many, where 16 inches was just way too small in our mindset. So that's why we ended up with this rectangle design. And so like I said, you want to hit the studs. And then so obviously what we did is the straight ones across first, because then with just my nail gun, I just hit in those studs, and then the up and down ones we put on the studs, so then you can put them kind of in anywhere. So that's why I did those side ones first. And the other thing you'll notice is I actually went on a HGTV forum to figure out what to do over here, because I was like, what do I do at the door? And everyone said, just pretend like the door's not there. So that's why you can see it kind of just goes right into it. And the next one is right there, and then that was just obviously the wall. So that was how we got those boards up there. And then obviously the next step, which we were working on, is ran caulk on between every single seam, and then I've come up here in mud. As you can kind of see, there's mud just to kind of fill the gaps in there, as well as the gaps up on top. So I finished caulking, and then went ham on the mud. So that I should be able to sand in 24 hours, and then we'll be ready for paint. And then what I'm doing now is I'm going to sand it down smooth. So as you can see, then it smooths out these transitions. And again, to kind of re-explain, we do caulk in the little gaps right here and drywall mud on the actual seams. And because the drywall mud you can go back and sand smooth, where the caulk you can. So the caulk, that's why you do in here. After you put it on, take your finger and wipe it with it wet, makes it a lot better, and it'll go on there smooth. As you can see, where this, you'll come back and sand it, because that mud you can kind of go crazy with and just fill all those gaps. All right, so after sanding it down, finished all that up, we got to painting. So you can kind of see, take a look. We're debating whether we paint the other walls. Wifey wants to decide. Right now I just got an accent wall. As far as paint, we usually just, over at Lowe's, Sherwin-Williams, and we go for the more expensive one just because you can usually get it done in one coat. The cheaper stuff, usually you have to throw on an extra coat, but you can see how thick this goes on. One coat, it's hard to tell the color in this. It's Sherwin-Williams Meant to Be. There's a swatch. And that code, if you want to show them over at Lowe's. But as a bonus, I wanted to show you this over here. We're doing the crib as well, making it chalk white. And so what we use, I don't know if you can see this, that Rust-Oleum chalked in white, 2 coats of it, and you can see, gives it that kind of rustic chalk look. I've used it a couple times. I've used it on a desk, on the dressers, in our master bedroom. That's where we're at right now. Show you final project once everything's done. All right, finished product, finished painting, and then the sign. That's what we were really waiting for.